And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with the Game Boy Geek.
Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Today, we are going to try to decrypt some text messages and Facebook mumbo jumbo in ROFL, a party game from Cryptozoic for 3 to 7 players. It plays in about 30 to 45 minutes. I mean, we get inundated with LOLs and ROFLs and LMAFL and all these crazy cryptic things that we just know how to do. Well, in this game, we're going to take those some normal phrases and get them cryptic down into the smallest sort of text message type of message you can do. Can you get the person to guess it? Can you be the shortest one? That's how you win this game. Let's check it out. Okay, when you're playing ROFL, one person, the guesser, will hold this card up, something like this, to the rest of the crowd. It tells you the category, sayings, quit while you're ahead. Now, what they see is this, and they can see what category it really is sayings. It's upside down, but they're holding it like this, and they're showing it to everybody else at the same time, and everyone else is seeing this, sayings, quit while you're ahead. And then once everyone's got it, they start this timer, and they have this much time, I think it's like 30 seconds or so, to write down their answer. Now at any time during the round, while the timer's going, the player can place and put however many characters it's taken them to do it. Now they can put it here at any time, and then on their board they can finish with that many characters or more. So some of the strategy is someone puts it out really fast and then tries to match that. Other people try to do it on their board first and then do it. There's positives and negatives of both. For example, let's say the pink person does it in 8. And they put it out there really fast and then they make 8 happen. But then the gray player comes along and they did their board first and they come out here and they have 8. Well, you can't go on 8 because there's already someone there, so they have to take the next open spot. In this case is 9. And let's say the blue does it in 10. So we have 8, 9, 10, and 12. So starting with the first player here, the one that did the smallest, they would show their board to, remember what it is here, to the one person, and that person has to say the saying exactly how it is, and they cannot have any extra chances. They can't even mumble. They can't even sound it out. They just have to blurt it out when they're ready. Now keep in mind that all the allowable characters or anything in the alphabet, numbers, common keyboard symbols, any of this stuff is valid. So this person says, of course, quit while you're ahead, but they might not have gotten it. So if they get this, both the guesser and the first person who did it would get 3 points each, and they're given in sort of tokens like that. Now if they didn't get it, this person erases their thing. Now the pens for this are really cool. They have a dry erase marker on them, and you could just erase it for the next turn. Now let's say they didn't get it, they're gone. Okay, so now we go to gray. It's the second person. Now he says, oh gosh, he has no idea what that means. So this guy's out. If he had gotten it, he was the second person. Instead of getting 3 points like the first person, the quickest, they would have each gotten 2 points. But nope, they didn't do it, so he's out and he's done. So now we go to blue. Now anybody after the second person, whenever they get it right, the person who wrote it and the person that guessed it both get 1 point. So it goes 3, 2, and 1, depending if they get it with the first, second, or anyone after that. So this one says, quit while you're ahead. Maybe they would have gotten that one, because as they saw the first ones, they start to get some context, and as it goes on to the later ones, where if you saw this one first, you might not have said it. But after seeing the other ones, you may have gotten this one. But if they didn't, hey, red made it really easy. Quit while you're ahead. Maybe it's pretty easy. And they would have gotten the 1 point if they had done it. So as soon as someone guesses it, that's it. The round's over, and they get the amount of points that I talked about, and then the next player is the guesser. Now there's all sorts of categories like music. This one would be play that funky music, white boy. Books and comics, bah humbug. Television, don't have a cow man from Bart Simpson. Books and comics, oh brother. So there we go. You know, and then there's other sides of the cards too. So there's a lot of different categories, a lot of different things, a lot of reusability there. There's also some like political and history, and very many other ones, death and taxes. So there's a lot of them here. So you play, the rules say you play until each person has had 3 turns to be the guesser. The one who has the most points at the end wins. All right, well there's ROFL. Okay, so as party games go, this one was okay for me. I gotta say that the people that we played it with, the younger generation, and I guess I'm still kind of young, but even the younger generation, like the high school kids, liked it better than the older people. Even though some of the older people are hip to, you know, these types of languages now, it didn't go over as well with the older crowd as it did with the younger crowd. I'm kind of in the middle, so it was kind of like okay for me. It wasn't a bad game, but it wasn't like a great knock your socks off game. For me, it was just like an okay party game. Even though there's lots of different categories, we found that there was many of the cards also that just, we pulled them out and we're like, no, let's just, I don't even know what that is. Let's do a different one. And so, but you know, all in all, it's a decent party game. It's a fun, unique twist in today's society and today's, you know, culture that I think younger kids will like. But you know, it wasn't really for me. So with that being said, it was fun. The components are great. The little tokens are good quality. The dry erase boards were cool. You know, the erase markers were cool. I liked the scoring mechanic where, you know, if you get it fastest, you can, you know, you get the 3 points if you get it right. You know, so I did like the aspects and the mechanics of the game. And I liked how you have a decision to make, whether you just really quickly get a spot and then try to figure it out, or wait to see what other people do and see if you can do it shorter and then figure it out, or write it first and then hope that that spot's available. So the strategies were good. There was a couple things here and there. Again, it wasn't a bad game. It didn't wow my socks off. It's a decent party game. If you like party games, this might be one you want to add to your collection. Hopefully from this video, you've been able to see if this is right up your alley or not.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at DicetowerNetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.